So, I mean, it's pretty visually impressive, very visually impressive. Um, I liked it. I don't know. I like the look of it. I mean, the game could be complete garbage. I don't know. I just liked that it was so visually impressive. Excuse me. Um, yeah, just very, very visually impressive. Who knows? It's Korean. I mean, like I said, who knows? But I just like the fact that it was over the top. I like the stylistic approach that Koreans, Asians have to that stuff. Just way, 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 way over the top. Anyway, super cool, super cool. Um, I don't know if that was the best way to introduce introduce this war of mine. Because this war of mine is about as different as you could possibly get from that. So, uh, Pacific Rim was quite visually impressive too. Pacific Rim wasn't a game, I would argue, but I ate a lot of taters yesterday. Ate a lot of turkey and taters. If you aren't disgusted with yourself by the end of Thanksgiving, I'd like to think you're doing it wrong, or maybe I'm just a big MF and pig. Anyway, so this War of Mine is it's an indie game, obviously, right? So it's an indie title. The whole approach to this War of Mine is trying to give you a sense of what it was like if you were in the war and you're not one of the people that's out there doing the killing, but you're one of the people that's stuck there all the same. And what are some of the hazards and difficulties, both mental and physical, that you would have to face. So the game does a really good job at actually making you feel like fucking dog shit or doing horrible things in order to survive, but they do a really good job. I mean, but I guess that's what they kind of set out to do, which I really, really like. So I think the downside is that the end game starts to feel a little repetitive as time goes on. But it's an indie title. It's cheap. There's plenty of room for DLC. However, whether it's this War of Mine, or whether it's DayZ, or whether it's Rust, or Breaking Point, they all seem to be suffering from the issue of attempting to find their late game stride. So this title is really no different. Eventually they'll figure it out. Like I said, in my opinion, you've got to give people some type of RPG style content there to keep them going, working, building their characters. Obviously, that probably wouldn't work as well in this War of Mine, but still suffers from it all the same. Ganger, well, we'll see what happens. I expected to do that myself, Ganger, but it is very visually gripping, I think. And if you try to play it, if you try to at least try to take it halfway seriously, I don't think you will be out there eating people. So, played for about an hour last night to sort of get a hand on it, and so I just figured we'll start a new game today. I don't have time to go pee at work, let alone play video games. So, you start the game off. I played about an hour, just about an hour, Squibs. Yeah, the art style, very, very bleak. Also, the game runs in, I think the resolution goes to like 3 or 4K, just under 4K. Then if I do that, it messes up the other monitor that's not on that same resolution. So we're running at 1080, but goes much, much, much higher. So the game's going to gen you with 3 random survivors. Kind of gives you a rundown on their story. You know, they got two guys that are friends. They met a random dude here. And then it spawns in. These guys have various attributes. So this guy, Pavel, who you can select right here, says he's a fast runner. He's also slightly sick. So he's going to need some type of medication. Otherwise, he'll eventually die. Bruno is a good cook, so that means when you get food and you try to cook it for people, that he's able to do more with less. This guy's a skilled scavenger. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming he can have a bigger backpack or something like that. He's also slightly wounded. He's going to need some bandages. What's up, PC Nichols? Wow, welcome to the party. Thanks for bringing us that much closer to oblivion, as always. Oh, we're already friends, Xenothiasis. We're already friends. What's the census on Dragon Age Inquisition? Census is we need to play more. So far, not uber promising. But we need to play a lot more. So this is the base that's set up here. Also, I'll just run through this so people know what we're doing before we launch into it. This is your base slash hovel slash rubble you're hanging out in. This timer up in the upper left is the amount of time you have to get things done during the day, and then at night, which I think is at like 7 or 8 p.m. At night you go scavenge. You can't go scavenging during the day because the snipers are out. So you hang out and get things done here during the day, and then you go out and scavenge for supplies at night. You can be raided, you can trade, you can, I mean, yeah, you can observe, just, use some poor young woman's rape as a distraction while you catch supplies. You can go in and bludgeon an elderly couple to death with your fist and take their food. You can try to forge alliances and relationships. So there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with this game. So this game, anyway, so I'll show you guys real quick. So they'll do things. Oh, perfect. So they will go and do their own little things over here. Whatever he's gonna go do. So you have chairs, you can build radios to listen to that. You can collect books, and you have the option to either use books as entertainment or you can use books as firewood. We'll start this guy searching through the rubble over here, see what we can find. So herbs, like they said, you can be used to make a variety of things with them. Also, so you've got 3 basic building supplies: components. You're gonna have wood and parts, and those are the items that you fashion most of your buildings out of. So we're gonna just take all of these. This is our base store basically right here, so it's not stored on a person. Let's go set him over here. Get him over there, and then what do we want to have him go search that? Oh, so we got some more components. Clean water, always good. And then some more wood, excellent. So you can have all these guys do 3 different things at once if you really want to multitask. So he's found, so there's the parts, components, wood, so that's good. And these are electrical parts, those are more specialized. Stopped everything to watch the stream. What's up, Bass? Just doing some extremely depressing, potentially extremely depressing, whatchamacallit, this war of mine. Can you rape somebody? I don't know if you can rape somebody or not. It seems like every new game that's come out since I've started watching has been horrible in your eyes. I think 2014 has been pretty awful for AAA titles. I think it would be difficult to make a case that 2014 has been anything less than horrific for AAAs. The goal for any AAA title, any video game, I would argue in general, would be to improve upon the previous generations. Yeah. I think one of the best examples of a game going from, an original to a secondary I mean, I'm probably sure you guys, anybody who's already hangs out here already knows where this is going, but God of War 2, God of War 1 and God of War 2, best fucking example of how you can make a great game or a better sequel. God of War 1, fun game, good game. You can argue it's even a great game, but God of War 2 is stellar, out of this world. So, I don't know that anybody could argue that what happened with God of War 1 to God of War 2 came anywhere close to happening with Dragon Age Inquisition, with what, Borderlands pre-sequel. What are the other sequels that have come out? Yeah, The Last of Us. Man, The Last of Us is so hard to beat so many different ways. This is a crafting table right here, so you can see it's right down here. You click these little icons, so this is going to tell us what we can and can't make. This simple heater will help keep us warm. Beds will help rust us much better. I found beds to be very valuable. Metal workshop is fantastic. It's going to let you make tools. It'll let you break into places, clear out rubble piles if you can make a shovel. Crude stove will let you cook your food. Filter will let you create clean water, which you can then use to either have your water and create booze that you can trade with. Is this like Minecraft? I don't think it's like Minecraft. Nintendo did pretty well this year. One of the things I actually talk about with Sizzy Mac quite a bit is make this our bedroom downstairs. One of the things I often talk with Sizzy Mac about is Nintendo has done well thanks to a couple games that are fantastic, which would be what, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. I'm trying to think what else they've got out there. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. I think they've got Final Fantasy coming out next year. What I would really love to see Nintendo do, Dream World scenario, I would love to see Nintendo bow out of the console race. And this is, like I said, ideal scenario. This is not something that I see happening in the future. I guess it's possible. This would be ideal scenario. I'd love to see a Nintendo bow out of the console race, get rid of the console thing. And I'd love to see them essentially start supporting PCs. Just to see them start supporting PCs. Go with PCs. I mean, my brain just starts spinning in circles, thinking about the possibilities of Mario Kart, fucking Mario Kart Smash Brothers on Steam. Like, holy fucking shit. Is there anybody in here who doubts that Mario Kart would not be like one of the top 3 most watched / played games on Steam if it dropped on Mario Kart 8 dropped on Steam tomorrow? Oh my god. I know that PCs aren't a big thing in Japan. I realize that. I know that it's a whole different culture over there. That's why I said it's kind of like a pipe dream. But pretty interesting. I'm going to have him guard. We're going to have him go to sleep. So you get to choose where you're going to go raiding at night, right? So you got this cottage. So it doesn't say there's going to be anybody there. It says there's food, materials, food, mats, meds, weapons, parts. You can go to a semi-detached house. There's people living there. They don't seem friendly. Sometimes you can hear shots fired. Decrepit squad. It's inhabited by the homeless. They've always been struggling with lack of food. Might not have survived. There shouldn't be a threat. We can find some useful things. So basically you have the option of running into people here and here. Sounds like these guys are probably dangerous. Or this might be a good place to start off at. Smash Brothers with the Steam Workshop. I mean, though, Smash would be incredible. Would just be amazing. The hard thing of racing games on PC, well, fuck. I mean, it would be so easy to plug in a controller. Holy shit. Aw, just the house is still burning. Is it safe to go inside? Probably. So basically, this is the kind of stuff we're looking for: components, wood, and parts that are going to help give us a huge advantage. No one likes PC games for a lot of different reasons, Dillman. The logistics are crazy out of this world for them, right? Which is something that needs to be solved, but it's something that's not going to be solved. Got shell casings and gunpowder. We're not going to worry about guns for the moment. We're going to take a peek inside. Give you a little vision there. Got a rat or a marmot, I don't know. Some kind of trouble. Oh god, I'm too fucking nerdy for my own good. Oh, food. Food, definitely need food. Then we got sugar, which we can use to make moonshine, clean agua. Nom, 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 nom. Let's get rid of that. Let's bring in some more food. Perfect. So that's pretty much it. We've blown out our backpack. Let's head back. Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, that's, I don't know. It would be interesting. Is there anybody in here that wouldn't buy Mario Kart if it dropped on Steam? I mean, wow, that would just be incredible. The night was calm, so we didn't get raided. Sometimes they can bust in. They may or may not like kill people, raid us, do all sorts of shit. Let's put that up there. Zoom out. So once you come in, it'll automatically offload your stuff, so you can see that this is your main inventory here as far as food, vegetables, and alcohol, and there's your medical supplies over here. So we're gonna go down here, get him working on this bed. You can see that their status updates over here, right? So now he's saying he's hungry, he's slightly wounded, and he's tired, hungry and tired, slept poorly, hungry, and slightly sick. So, which is good that we made some beds. So we're gonna have him lay down. He's gonna start recovering. We're gonna have him maybe make another bed. Is he our cook? No, 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 no. Let's have him make a. Let's have him make a stove. Oh, ho, ho. So we'll have him make the stove right next to the fridge. That'll be perfect. You buy the fuck out of PC Mario Kart? You buy an F-Zero game? Oh man, I don't know how. I don't think F-Zero has aged very well. I'm getting 144 FPS right now, like somebody. I'm holding steady at 144 FPS. So now I get my good cook, and it looks like we need some firewood, and we'll start making some food. So we either have an option to make it out of wood, make it out of these components. Let's make it out of the wood. Make 5. Have this guy head down here. See what else we can start crafting. Don't forget about Mario Party. What do we want to do? We can do another bed, which would be helpful. It's better to sit on a chair than on the floor. It'll make us, so they have to balance like their mental health as well. Man, I don't know. I've played around. I used to play a lot of GT. I was a huge fan of Gran Turismo. The early Gran Turismos. And played quite a bit of, whatchamacallit, F-Zero. I played F-Zero, gosh, not too long ago. I want to say within the last 5 years. I didn't feel like it aged very well. I was a big fan of Gran Turismo, though. Loved Gran Turismo. Why don't I get into game dev? Game dev is not something you walk into. Game dev is something you work your way up to. You started off as a programmer, you go from there. Let's check out this radio. I want to show you guys this radio. Let's put this. I guess let's put this radio over here. Does that sound good? Let's put a radio over here. Okay. GT3, Need for Speed. I don't think I ever did Need for Speed. this game or Alien Isolation, I would keep watching. Like I said, I think this game is great for an indie title, but it definitely lacks a late game. It can get repetitive as time goes on. But I think you give this game, let's do this for 45 minutes, hour, something like that. Give this game a few, just like I said, I don't think it translates to streams very well, but I think it does its job of making you feel sort of like, oh, this shit's fucked, you know what I mean? So we can make a couple of these bad boys. Oh, looks like just one went, so we need some more water. So we're gonna make that. We'll have this guy tune into the radio. Start over here. Put some music on. So we found a broadcast. Looks like there's some weather. Keep going. Stick with the classical music for now, yeah? Oh, the old Road Rash games? Fuck you. Old Road Rash games. Oh my god. Incredible. Road Rush games, so good. You know, one of the funny things was the old Road Rash games. I remember I bought a 6-button controller to play Mortal Kombat on the Sega Genesis. And the 6-button controller was really funky on Road Rash. It had like this super increased sensitivity in Road Rash at high speed. So I remember like the super high speed bike, it did two things that weren't fun. One is like it went so fast that it blew past your friends and it was hard to control. But with that controller, it made it so sensitive, it made it even more difficult to control. I'm gonna make a rainwater collector. Think might just work on that up there. But if you use the 3-button controller, the left D-pad, had correct sensitivity settings. It was really interesting. I don't know why it was like that, but it was. Road Rush has Soundgarden in it? Oh man, I wouldn't have gosh, I mean, I love Soundgarden. I love fucking Soundgarden. But Road Rush was probably out before I even knew who Soundgarden was. One keyboard to play split screen? Oh, I played on Sega. Did I play Zoombinis? No, I never played Zoombinis. Road Rash is just so much goddamn fun though. Jesus Christ, Road Rash is fun. Make one of these bad boys. We'll make ourselves a filter. There is nothing more exciting than like just pulling up alongside your friend and kicking the shit out of him off the road, kicking him right into a police officer. The police officer pulls him over. Your friend's telling you you're a big bag of shit. He hates you. You're not friends anymore. You're laughing your ass off because you just stole his fucking chain. As he goes to hit you, and you take his chain and then start whipping him with his chain. Oh my god. So much fun. So much fun. Road Rash, 10 out of 10. Would love to play a remake. This is a metal crafting table. This is going to allow us to make some tools down here. What is my favorite type of music? I don't know. I think the Deftones are probably my favorite band as of right now. Back in the day, like being from the Northwest, you can't have any other favorite music. If your favorite music was anything besides Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and fuck, who else? I can't even think. I don't know. Metallica, I guess. I mean, that was when the Black Album had come out. Shortly before that. But anyway, a lot of that grunge stuff, obviously. Smashing Pumpkins, I don't know if I said them. Smashing Pumpkins is a fucking incredible soundtrack to my life, for sure. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Amazing. You really get into it playing it alone, Bass. You really, really get into it. So let's make, what can we make? Make a fucking shovel, so we need to get some more. I think those are our components. We need more components. So we're going to go out scavenging here again in just a minute. We'll get this guy over here to collect, fuck it. There we go. Start him on some rainwater. Did I ever like Sublime? Oh yeah, Sublime is great. Of course, Sublime is fucking great, man. Sublime is amazing. 10 out of 10. I'm not saying those are the only bands I like, Toronto. I'm just saying like those are the types of bands. So many of those bands came from, I think, Alan Chains, Nirvana, I think Soundgarden even all came from basically the Northwest / Seattle area. Yeah, Metallica, of course. I think Metallica fell out of favor with me when they started promoting. I shouldn't say promoting. When they started bashing Napster, I was really bummed to hear them do that because they've been so fucking successful. And to hear Metallica come out and bash Napster. And, you know, people like myself are downloading Metallica's music on Napster. I already own all of their fucking CDs. You know, I own half their CDs in triplicate because I break them and lose them and whatever. And then they're telling me I'm a piece of shit for downloading their music on Napster. Well, Lars Ulrich is, well, whatever. I mean, Lars Ulrich is the group's, or was the group's spokesperson at the time, so, I mean, I would assume he spoke on behalf of Metallica. So it looks like St. Mary's Church has popped up. Place of meeting for the local community. Priest Oleg is known for his charitable work and offering refuge to the poor. He might have something to give away or to trade, so that could be good. You can find some useful materials there. And then the garage did too. You can have your car repaired. Might still have some family there. Huge amounts of mats, caution. But I want to keep going with this shelled cottage. Gives you a little percentage up here of how much you've taken from it, by the way. I want to use this same guy. I want him to sleep in bed because Pablo is sick. And then he's going to go on guard duty again. Sorry, gotta make sacrifices. Not everyone can sleep every night. Fire begin whip and dance of the dead. Whoa, sucks to be that guy. I think these were the pistol parts, probably. Yeah, we don't want those just yet.